plug in. Well, I guess you have headset on. Never mind. I was gonna say you can plug into the back of the camera to listen, but it doesn't really matter.
Dude, I need to
What do you mean?
bike racing with
Oh wait, no wait, hold on.
But that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, do we have a? We don't have a adapter.
No.
Big F.
What does it go into?
As the kids would say, it's a big.
Wait, does it have normal headphones?
No. Yeah, it's like a normal headphone jack.
But it wouldn't matter because it'd just be my voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess if we don't have that, then
And what are they, the Mustangs?
yeah, they're the Mustangs. Wait, did that work? It worked fine, didn't it? Hey, go back. Go back. Yeah. We clean, dog. Homie G.
Homie Slice.
Damn.
I can't tell you how much I hate Lindsay now.
Ooh. What?
Lindsay Young? Whatever.
Why?
Because she cheated on the game?
Oh. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Love that for him.
Uh-huh.
Driving. Driving,
Ooh,
vibing.
look at this nice revamp of our baseball scoreboards.
Hold on. Did you really, Dom?
He did.
What?
Did you really?
He did.
Did I really what?
Wait, are you going to put it on the screen?
No. Oh, you have to look at this.
I don't want to look at it.
These fingers looked at that screen.
That's disgusting. What are you going to do with that empty space?
Nothing.
Why?
It's just for design. Because it looks like a baseball scoreboard. It's a baseball scoreboard. But I don't have enough time. That would be a possession. We can put
What are you
possession.
going to, oh, okay. What are you going to do with this top part?
Possession.
No, like the
It's a
top
possession
part.
arrow. See?
Yes, I understand possession. Oh. That looks really stupid because that's a basketball one.
Dude, I
I'm
love
not
it.
gonna lie.
It's literally baseball.
I'm not gonna lie.
It literally doesn't.
I'm literally not going to lie.
It
What
literally-
happened to the one that
Should
you
we use
had?
that or not?
What happened to the one that you had?
Oh, one right. Oh, it won't work.
Why?
Because this is what it would look like. Score there, quarter there, nothing there.
What about
and then
time?
that's
Oh,
it.
it can't be time. You
Can
can
you do
do
downs?
Nope,
downs,
Why?
flag.
nope, nope.
Yeah, flag takes a lot.
My
You could do
options
like
are, I can do name.
Oh, are you not
score.
gonna? Oh.
These are all my options for putting in.
Oh, for changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could do
Oh,
change
is
of
this only
position.
meant for baseball?
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
You could do position. Or is that
Position? What do you mean?
or possession?
Possession. Yeah, that's
Possession.
like that. That's the arrow.
Yeah, that's. But I just said it was like a baseball type
So then-
possession with the innings instead. I don't know. It's confusing, but.
It's not really confusing though.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It's weird. I don't know. Personally, it's weird. I don't think it'll be weird to viewers. I'm just used to seeing it for baseball.
So then I should or shouldn't do it.
It's fine. You're
Yeah,
good.
just do it.
Do it.
Let's say fuck it.
Then I need to change this.
Do
be all
you,
purple.
I will just like Buddy Holly. Oh, every time I'm on.
Look at all this purple. So much purple. This is great. Look at that. Look at that.
Put it on the screen. I want to see it, Dominic.
Oh,
Put it on
come
the
over here
screen.
and look at it.
No.
Kill me.
I don't want to get up.
It is all purple.
I need to pick a color that's not white though.
Why can't it be
Gray
white?
is fine.
Why can't it be white?
Gray is fine, Dominic.
You know what then? I'm gonna do gray then.
Do it then, bro.
I'll do like that. Is that okay? Is that okay with you?
Fill it out. You fill all of it out and see if it works. Oh, is each of the boxes going to be gradiented?
Yes.
Why is that one darker? Change that one.
Is this better?
That's fine.
Good? Is this good? Everyone good with
That
this?
is way better than purple.
Okay.
Now put it on the screen so I can see it.
Okay, I'm working on it. I still have to make the entire graphics thing.
Do it, Donna.
Maybe
You gotta do it in 30 minutes.
If I do.
In less than 30 minutes.
Thanks, Aiden.
You're welcome.
Simple baseball.
Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York.
said.
Dun, dun. Nothing gets me down.
Dude, all the songs are good.
Stuff is all around.
I went to a concert like 2015. Bad thing was Sammy Hagar was singing, so
Something to school.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who sings this. I don't know the bands for any song.
Van Halen.
Okay, I had that gut feeling, but
But this is before Sammy Hagar entered Van Halen. Sammy Hagar is like.
I was gonna say, because this sounds much different than usual Van Halen.
Well, it's because Sammy Hagar is like comparing Adam Sandler to Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Were they popular before whatever his name is?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sammy Hagar came in like late 2000s, early 2000s, I could say, and this is like predominantly 80s and 90s.
Okay, because I knew this was from '84 because I have it on my Spotify playlist.
Yeah, this was like the era of like Hot for Teacher, Jump, Panama, Eruption. Oh my God.
Did you erupt talking about
Let me
Eruption?
let's do Eruption real quick.
Dude, that guy's a beast.
Who?
Micah Moore. He's starting at running back for them. He's averaging 3.5 yards per carry. He has 4 touchdowns on the season. He's 6 foot tall. 33.
Hi, folks, and welcome here to Hornet Studios. I'm Caleb Rose, and you're watching Friday Night Lights live here on YouTube. Tonight's matchup features your Valley Center Hornets and the Salina Central Mustangs, and I am definitely excited for this one. Your Hornets coming off a 34-6 win over Pleasant Hill, Missouri, and they really gained a lot of confidence in that, played with pace and aggressiveness from the start of the game to the finish. It was really fun to see. I think this is a team with some revamped confidence, and I think that can get them going here tonight. If they play like they did, they start off this momentum early and hit hard, firing off the ball every single time, they can succeed in this game. Then for the Salina Central team, they are 0-3 right now. They lost to Campus in a close one, along with Eisenhower by 3 points. And last week they played Andover and lost quite a bit. 35-6 was the final. They're talented everywhere on the field. They just struggle with turnovers. They can pass it. They can run it. They have incredible running game, something to watch out for later in this game. But they have 3 turnovers per game, and it's tough to create an offense like that with 3 turnovers. They have managed to score 27 points a game, but I think that number could look a lot higher had they not had turnovers. Starting at quarterback for the Mustangs, Parker Kavanaugh. He's a junior at 6'2". He's a high-risk, high-reward type quarterback. He's thrown 5 touchdowns, 700 yards on the season, but he's also thrown 7 interceptions on the season as well. He's a talented quarterback, just not the best decision maker. He can run out of the backfield too, so something to look out for. And I was talking about that running game as well. Micah Moore and Kenyon McMillan are coming out of the backfield for the Mustangs. Micah Moore, 6 foot, 210, and that's scary seeing a guy like that run. And he is the power runner. He will run you over. He's also very patient behind his offensive line as well, so really a good runner. And then the second guy, the change of pace type back, is Kenyon McMillan. 5'6". He is small. He is very explosive, and you give him any inch of space, he will elude any defenders, take it to the house. The one touchdown that this Mustangs team had last week against Andover was from McMillan. Something to watch out for. Some really good receiving core here for Salina Central. 3 guys with over 10 receptions. And then E.Z. Jackson, the #1 target, something to watch out for. 214 yards, 2 touchdowns. Logan Losey, 142 yards, 1 touchdown so far in the season. Hayden Vendrickson, 14 receptions, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns as well. Defensively, they've let up 39 points per game, so something to watch out for. They are a solid defense, a deep pass first type defense, but this Hornets team can and hopefully will take advantage of this high scoring defense. And here's the coin toss. Gabe Phillips and Jarrett Bergman, your captains for the Hornets. And then for the Mustangs, Brooks Burgoon and Jake Eisenhower. And the Hornets being the away team, they will defer as they won the toss. And the Hornets are going to elect to take the win in the first quarter. There's a 12-mile-an-hour wind out of the southwest, and they'll take the wind in the first quarter. Deferred by the Hornets, and they will receive. So we'll see your Hornets kickoff team come out, and this is the same thing they did last week. They came out defensively, set the tone. They hit Pleasant Hill in the mouth, and it really rattled them and affected them throughout the course of the game. You start off here, you start off low, you start off aggressive. That's how you can set the tone for the entire game. Now here for the Mustangs, on the other hand, they need to air it out as much as they can, get some big plays on the boards, get some momentum going forward, and I think this can definitely be an interesting one. Then for your Hornets, as I mentioned, they had a big win against Pleasant Hill. Caleb Harden threw for 204 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, but really good numbers there. Dominic Phillips, we saw him explode last week, and that was his first game that he played in, by the way. He had 176 rushing yards, 7.3 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns. A guy to watch out for, his brother Gabe Phillips, who's one of the captains, had 170 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, the Hornets dominated. They had 4 sacks last game and then 4 tackles for loss. So really they played incredibly well, and if they can recreate this performance, this is going to be a fun night. So kicking off here is Hunter Sharp. Back to return for Salina Central, Logan Losi. And this game is underway. Back it goes, bounces at the 5. Losi will take it. He's pressured, brought down by Cameron Kaufman. And that is the way to start it. And I've never seen this sideline so electric. So out comes Kavanaugh and his offense, along with Micah Moore. I mentioned he has 4 touchdowns on the season, 138 rushing yards. And a guy that you need to hit hard and tackle low. Well, and I just noticed this. Ben Warner, the fullback, is now, I believe, playing middle linebacker. Something I have not seen thus far. Twins to the left, split shotgun. Quick handoff. There's McMillan, and he's wrapped up by 4 Hornets. Brought down just a yard past the line of scrimmage. Good way to start it off here, but it's one of the things I talked about last week against Pleasant Hill. You have to be disciplined enough to keep your energy through the course of the game, and that's something that the Hornets have struggled to do in the past. They've done a pretty good job of it this year, but you have to carry that momentum into the next play. Trips to the left, out of the shotgun. Kavanaugh looking left, quick screen. Moore running over a player. Down the sideline he goes. He's finally tripped up there and brought down by Ben Warner. But a quick screen there, trips to the left, and a guy like Micah Moore, I mean, I wouldn't expect him to see him in the open field, but it clearly worked there. He made a solid play out of that screen. Split backs here, twins to the right. Hand off to Moore, good lead blocking, and runs over Bergman, but Bergman will bring him down as well. 10:40 shows in this first quarter. And this offense, I said, struggles with turnovers. They've kept possession of the ball thus far. And 9 of their 10 turnovers this season are due to Parker Kavanaugh, the quarterback. He's thrown 7 interceptions, 2 fumbles. So a guy, if you can pressure him in the pocket, you can get some stuff done defensively. Out of the pocket here is Kavanaugh. Split backs here. Quick handoff to Moore. And look at him push the pile. 6 foot, 210 pounds. That is a scary guy to bring down. McMillan goes off the field. And in his place is number 84, David Brown. And the Mustangs are confident enough. They're going to continue showing off their play, what their play call is going to be, and does not seem to have affected anything thus far. Out of the shotgun, trips to the left. 3rd down and 2. Play action there. Here comes Kavanaugh. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage, so it will be 4th down. And you have to wonder, this is an aggressive offense. Do they punt here? And it appears Kavanaugh jogs off the field along with the lineman. So we will see a punt. Hunter Sharp back deep to return. And the Hornets, yes, they did let up a 1st down, but a good stop here. Get possession of this ball, get a good offensive drive going, and that's how you set yourself up for the rest of the game. 9:05 shows in the first. Quick punt. It's high, spiraling. Looks like it'll land around the 40. Fair caught. Or it will bounce, rather, to the 32-yard line. And forgot to mention that punt came by Mac Himmer. So 8:52 shows in the first quarter. Out comes Caleb Harden and this offense, and they were definitely dominant last week, especially in the passing game. 3 touchdowns from Harden, all 3 of which to tight end Gabe Phillips. And actually, surprisingly enough, all 3 were on the same route as well, an in route. And so this is a really fun game for this Hornets team. We'll see what they can do on their first drive. I formation. Quick handoff to Dominic Phillips. Slips through a gap, gains about 2 on that play. And I think this is a test week here for Phillips. I mean, he very clearly went off in his first start of his career, but if you can get him with some consistency, get him maybe not recreating that performance every time, but get him with some consistency, this is a guy that you can rely on down the stretch. Twins to the right. I formation. Phillips alone to the left. He's looking left. And pass off the mark. Not sure if it was a miscommunication there. And I think Phillips was running a hitch route, and it appeared as though Harden was throwing for an out route. It will be 3rd down and 8 after that incompletion. And from what I've heard, this Hornets offense installing some new formations this game. So something to watch out for. 8:17 shows on the clock. 7 seconds on the play clock. I formation. One slot back is Kaufman. Motion around. And we'll have a timeout, I believe. Excuse me, it is a delay of game that's called. So Hornets will be pushed back 5 more yards to bring up a 3rd down and 13. And now you have to pass it here. So Sharp alone to the right. Interesting strategy here. 2 fullbacks behind a shotgun of Harden. Quick handoff to Phillips. And he's brought down early. Gain of 1 on 3rd down. So we'll see Cade Wilson and the punt team come out. And back deep to return here for the Mustangs. That is Logan Losey. And definitely an athlete on the offensive side. I mentioned 11 receptions, 142 yards as a receiver. And Wilson thought about fake punting it there. Instead, he'll boot it away. It's out of bounds about the 30-yard line. So Kavanaugh and company comes back out again. And thus far with 7:40 in the quarter, offense is kind of at a standstill. So 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs from the 45. Looks like the Hornets manning up here. Honor Sharp typically the high safety. Looks like they'll man up here. Trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. More slides to the right of Kavanaugh. Play action. A quick hitch route to the right side. And Losey is brought down. Gain of 4 on that play. And early in the game as a cornerback, you're a little bit skeptical. You see a lot of offenses that are very aggressive early going and trying to hit that deep ball. So enough separation there for Losey to get open on that hitch route. But I think the Hornets corners after that hitch route will move a little bit forward. And off to Moore to the right side. He's brought down by 3 Hornets. And in on that one for the Hornets. That is Eli Hunt and Weston Jennings. 3rd down and 6. 6:45 in the first. Man look for the Hornets. Shotgun trips to the right. And trying to get that hard count didn't work. He'll drop back. Kavanaugh looking left over the middle. Losey has the catch. He's brought down by Sharp. And a perfectly executed post route there. Losey noticed that Sharp was manning up on him rather than that high cover 3, which would not have worked. That post route would not have worked had it been cover 3, but because of the man defense, he noticed that and ended up beating Sharp. Quick back to the line. Here's Kavanaugh trying to rush. Gets outside of Bergman. He's brought down from behind. So 2nd down and 11 that'll bring up. Well, in early going, we're seeing here that not only is this offense talented and have a lot of options, but they are going to play with pace. And that really wears down a defense, much more than an offense per se. But this will be interesting to see. Just shy of the red zone. Here's Kavanaugh out of the shotgun. Dropping back, looking right. Quick screen for Moore. And slips through. And Moore, typically a patient guy, didn't even bother to wait for his lineman to block for him. He said, I'm going to do it myself, and he did. 1 yard shy of the first down. McMillan will check in. So 3rd down and 1. 5:15 remaining in this first quarter. Out of the shotgun. Twins to the left, excuse me. Quick handoff there to McMillan. Option not there. I don't believe that is enough for a first down. And it is not. It is 4th down. And with 4:45 in the first, they're going to elect to go for it. It's 4th and inches. And this will definitely test this Hornets defense here. An option to pass it is always welcome for the Mustangs as well. So don't rule out everything. And on 4th down, they'll have to take a timeout. We'll be back here, Hornet Studios, in just a minute.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 4:26 remains in the first quarter. Kavanaugh and the Mustangs offense knocking on the doorstep of the end zone. They'll work out of the shotgun with twins to the left. On 4th down and 1, he's brought down in the backfield. And that play made by number 40, Ethan Vanderweed, and man, what a play. Read it like a book, handoff to McMillan, and a tackle for loss. So turnover on downs, out comes your Hornets offense. And that was a vital stop here early in this game, keeping points off the board, keeping momentum out of the hands of the Mustangs. And out comes Harden. He's had 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. Quick handoff to Ben Warner, takes it off to the right. And he's continuing to plow through, pushing the pile. Gained about 7 on that play. And Jackson Colzow, the one to make the tackle, or at least start the tackle. Not to mention the 4 or 5 Mustangs that were needed to bring him down all the way. 2nd down and 2 after that gain of 8. Out of the I formation, Trenton Flores and Gabe Phillips line up on opposite sides at tight end. Play action. Harden rolling out to the right, forced towards the sideline. Throw there, it's up. Does not look complete. It fell into the hands of a Mustang. And he was out of bounds first, but still Harden just trying to throw that ball away, and very fortunately out of bounds there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. 3:38 remains in this first quarter. And after seeing some success from the Mustangs offense, you have to wonder when it'll start for the Hornets. Just shy of a first down and getting these sticks moving. Out of the I formation. Quick counter. There goes Dom Phillips. Has a gap. Slips through it. Making it second level. Ball on the ground. And it looks like it was fallen on by a Mustang. We'll await the call, and it is. And Dominic Phillips with an incredible run there. Ball just popped out. Looks like it was punched out from behind. And so out comes Kavanaugh on the offense for a third time. 3:31 remaining in this first, and Kavanaugh with a long drive last time and was able to get in the red zone, now with even better field position at the 45 in their own territory. Trips to the right. Play action, looking to the right, quick screen for Losi. Offensive line was looking downfield, and the defensive line, good pursuit there to take down Losi on the screen.
On the catch, number 11, Logan Losi. Tackled by 56, Weston Jennings.
And Weston Jennings on the defensive line. As I mentioned, they got through that line, slid down the offensive line, and were able to make that tackle from behind. Trips to the right. And I believe something's wrong with Kavanaugh's shoe. Some confusion here.
Number 12 must staff flag.
Yeah. Kavanaugh fixing his knee pads. By rule, he has to stay out for this play. His replacement, Mac Himmer, and the senior backup quarterback. 3:05 remaining in the first. Second down and 8. Trips to the right. Play action. Himmer takes off to the left. Good wide receiver blocking. He's brought down after a yard gain there. And that tackle came from Hunter Sharp. Clock continues to run. Third down and 7. And Himmer will jog back off the field. Looks like Kavanaugh got everything fixed. So 2:25 remaining in this first quarter. And your score remains 0-0. Trips to the right. Flair looking left. High seam route there off the mark. Incomplete. And intended for Logan Losi, the guy who got them in the red zone last time with a post route against Hunter Sharp. And fortunately overthrown. And one thing I liked about that route is how he took it similar to a post route, and then after he got around his defender, he was able to cut it north and south, trying to get extra yards. Throw just off the mark from Kavanaugh. On 4th down and 7, Mac Himmer to punt. End over end punt there. Bounces rolling towards the 16, and that is where it will find its home. So out comes the Hornets offense for a third time around. And we're just about to get a huge play. Unfortunately, a turnover on that play, so we'll see what this drive results. And I'd be interested to see if the Hornets maybe air it out a little bit more here. I like that run play at the end, but that's just something that really made their mark last week. And I'd be interested to see if they continue to run it or what it will be. But after that run play last time that almost broke out, would not be surprised for either one. Slot back is Cameron Kaufman, I formation here. Hand off to Phillips, he'll take it. Looking north-south, has the edge. And he's pushed down from behind, but not before picking up a first down and more. And that first down brought to you by All Saints Home Care.
Number 25 on the carry, Dominic Phillips.
So first down there. And Dominic Phillips, as I said, breakout week last week, and it was just so fun to watch him succeed in his debut. Motion for Kaufman. Quick handoff to Phillips. Trying to get it to the linebacker level. It's not there. He'll try and push the pile. Gains about 5. And after 2 successful runs, now would be the perfect time for a play action. And that's where the Hornets made their money last week, is off that play action. Just a simple in route from Gabe Phillips, the tight end, and that's how Phillips was able to gain 3 touchdown receptions. Second down and 5. Out of the I formation. Here's Phillips. He's wrapped up in the backfield. And on that tackle for loss, that's number 18, Brooks Burgoon. And he was listed by Vipe as one of the most, or the biggest impact players for this defensive unit for the Mustangs. Third down and 7. Cameron Kaufman checks into the game. Tight end to the left. 1 receiver to the right. 2 fullbacks. Play action. Harden looking for Warner. Has him on the sideline, and he's trying to push the pile. Was close to hitting the mark, but just short. 2 seconds remain in the quarter. So 4th down and 1. Clock is stopped. So they'll have to attempt this 4th down before the quarter. And unfortunate for the Hornets. Could have talked it over if they're, because it does appear they are going for it on 4th down, but I mean, good job by Coach Secure trusting his defense. Similar situation last time at the fumble, and they were able to make the stop. Out of the shotgun here. Flag on the play. And I believe it was false start. That is what it is, so they'll have to bring out the punt team. Two seconds remain in the first quarter. I snap. And looks like Cade Wilson will take off with it. Has the first down and more. Down the right sideline, and he's brought down out of bounds, but not before a gain of 30 on that play. Well, and he did that last time, if you remember, on the punt, but then elected to punt it because defenders were there. But there he goes, making a play of his own. I did not see, but believe there is a flag on the play.
After the play, sideline warning. Valley Center.
And it's a sideline warning on the Hornets. I believe it is they said it was a warning, so I do not believe any negative yards will be assessed. That's all for the first quarter. Your score remains scoreless. I'm Caleb Rose, and we'll see you back here at the start of the second.
Parents' biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
And And we're back here at Hornet Studios. Your Hornets fortunate enough to get a break and pick up the first on 4th down. Flip sides, handoff to Dominic Phillips. He shimmied his way through a couple blockers and defenders there. Gained about 3, I believe.
On the run, number 25, Dominic Phillips. Tackle by number 1, Jackson Calzo.
And Dominic Phillips, he was used quite a bit last week, 24 carries, but just not finding the massive gains that he did last week. He averaged 7 yards a carry. So 2nd down and 7. Power I. Tight end both sides. Play action. Looking for Warner. Has the edge. A good block there. And plows his way through a flag on the play. I believe it's called for blindside blocking. And that was a really incredibly executed play by the Hornets with good backside blocking, but I believe it was blindside blocking. I'm not sure there. Excuse me, block in the back is the call. And I believe it will be 5 yards. We did not get calls from the refs. Excuse me, it is blindside block. 15-yard penalty. So we'll be 2nd down and, excuse me, I believe that is 9 yards there. So 2nd down and 19. A huge play, unfortunately, turns into a huge loss after the penalty. Power I to the right. And off to Phillips, looking left. And tries to force it up the middle. Brought down there. Gain of about 1. Now you have to go to the air here on 3rd down. And to be quite honest, I think Gabe Phillips is the guy you need to go to. They sub in Hunter Sharp for Dominic Phillips. So keep that in mind as well, as he is a surefire target in the receiving corps. 10:25 remaining in this half. And then for the Mustangs, Logan Losey checks in for Jackson Colzow. 3rd down and 17. Harden drops back. He's pressured. Rolling out left. Fires for Phillips. And just off the mark, falls incomplete. And that was a really good route run by Phillips. I believe that was a 15-yard in route, but with 10:09, out comes the punt team for the 2nd time. And Salina Central appears prepared for this one. End over end punt. Rolls back to Losey. Looking towards the left sideline. He's brought down from behind. I believe that is Nolan Bevan who brought him down along with Cade Wilson. So for the first time in a while, out comes Kavanaugh on the offense. First down and 10 here. And after a long rest, they'll head out to the field. 9:59 shows on the clock. Kavanaugh getting a play call here. I really love the discipline of this Mustangs team to get down the field and hustle. Kavanaugh with a handoff to Moore. Takes it up the left side, and he's brought down. Gap closed behind him, and looked like he was tripped up there. 9:45 shows on the clock. Micah Moore on the run there, and Cameron Coffin there to bring him down. Second down and 8 here. A little bit more of a spread formation. Trips to the right. Keep in mind, Moore has also had 83 receiving yards on the season. Quick rollout to the right side. Here's Losi, edging towards the chains. Not quite enough. Looks like a yard short.
Pass caught by number 11, Logan Losi.
And just a simple rollout there. Quick out route from Losi. It doesn't get much easier than that. Just letting that drag route across the field and let it develop, let it go past all of the zones. And simple play call there. Third down and 2, but it's solid gain of 6. Twins both sides. Kavanaugh looking right. Off the mark there. Not sure who's intended for. I believe it was David Brown or Hayden Vidrickson. But nonetheless, it falls incomplete. 4th down and 2. And certainly not good field position to go for it. So they'll elect to punt. And both of these offenses have found success. They've just been slightly stagnant here and there. And neither has been able to convert, getting close to the end zone. 9-16 here. Hemmer with a quick punt, end over end. Backspin, here comes Hunter Sharp down the right sideline. And he'll jog out of bounds at the 45. So with 9:07, out comes the Hornets offense. And put up a solid drive last time. Called off for a blindside block from Phillips. And there's Ben Warner on the left side who took it that far. So I would not be surprised to see that play call again. It almost worked out to perfection. First down and 10 from the 45. Twins to the left. Tight end to the right is Phillips. Harden drops back. Hitch route for Hunter Sharp. And he's brought down. Gain of about 8 on that play. 8:55 remains. So to bring up second down and 2. And I think I mentioned this before the game, but the secondary, typically a cover 3 secondary, and they want to stop that deep pass. They show 2 high safeties and then have the free safety come and shift down into the flats, but they are pass first defensive back, so short passes will definitely get them. Handoff to the right side. And Phillips is stuffed. So loss of 2 on that play. 3rd down and 4. And this play got them 3 touchdowns last time. It was that in route from Gabe Phillips off a play action. And in my opinion, that's the call here. We'll see if it happens. One back has been Warner. Split tight ends. Receiver on both sides as well. Harden rolls out. Looks like he'll take it himself. He's pressured by a defender. Working towards the sideline. Has the chains. Looks like it has enough. And he's pushed out of bounds. Chains move. That first down brought to you by 1-800-JUNK-PRO. So first down and 10 here for the Hornets. Dominic Phillips checks in. And not every pass play is going to go your way, but certainly Harden made the best out of it. Excuse me. Tight ends both side. I formation. 2 high safeties here for the Mustangs. It looks like a fumble on the play. Fumbled snap. Gain about 3 there as Harden knew just to pick it up and go with it. And that is something that is very valuable to have, is being able to make plays out of broken down ones. And that first down run by Harden was a good example last time as well. Second down and 7. 7:10 remains in this first half. 2 high safeties. I formation. Double tight. Play action. Harden will drop back. He's pressured, rolling out right, looking for Hunter Stacy. It's caught, and he's brought down. First down and quite a bit more. That first down brought to you by Sod Shop. And just a simple corner route for Hunter Stacy keeps the chains moving, gets this Hornets team in the red zone. They'll operate from the 13-yard line. And with that I formation with the double tights, everything was showing run. And looks like we had safety Jackson Colzow heading downhill. Perfect time attacking that other side from Stacy. Double tight formation once again. Out of the eye, handoff to Phillips. He's wrapped up in the backfield. That tackle is Rafael Serrano. And so after a loss of 2, second down and 12. 6:10 now remaining in this first quarter, or first half, excuse me. And one thing I did mention, or forgot to mention, is I mentioned earlier, cover 3 defense most of the time from the Mustangs. Expect a cover 1 for them in the red zone. I formation. He's pressured early, throw up to Stacy. And waiting a call, touchdown Valley Center. And that touchdown brought to you by E-Cars. And that right there shows the trust between Caleb Harden and Hunter Stacy. Harden knew nothing where Stacy was, and he was being pressured, had to get the ball off. He understood Stacy's over here, he's going to make the catch. He did. Touchdown, and wonderful play there between the two. So your Hornets the first to get on the board. Hunter Sharp here to kick the PAT. And it is through the uprights. Your Hornets take a 7-0 lead. We'll see you back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Parents' biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 5:38 shows in this first half. And after a good drive of connections between Caleb Harden and Hunter Stacy, Hunter Sharp to kick off. And both of them, ironically enough, were on corner routes. So Hunter Stacy gets the Hornets on the board. We'll see how the Mustangs answer. Return there on the right side, and pushed out of bounds early was Hayden Vidrickson. So out comes Kavanaugh, now trailing 7-0. And you have to wonder, from Mark Sandbo's point of view, the head coach for the Mustangs, you're looking to air it out here. Or you have one of two options: try and get some points on the board, or not only try and get some points on the board, but also eat up the clock, give absolutely no time for the Hornets to get a drive down. And I think right now they're focused on answering those points rather than the clock. Trips to the left. One high safety is Sharp. Kavanaugh looking left, firing for a go route, and falls incomplete. Intended there for Easy Jackson, and Caleb Peach there on the coverage. And Jackson, definitely a deep throw type of guy. At 6'2", he definitely is the #1 target for this team. He has a whopping 20 receptions, 214 yards on the season. Trips to the left. Kavanaugh will drop back. Quick screen. Here comes Micah Moore. The 210-pound back gains about 6 yards on that one. And that was a perfect delay there. And Weston Jennings to make the tackle, but perfect delay there, getting that little slip from Micah Moore after the play action and getting a pass off to him. Trips to the right. Kavanaugh rolls out. Flag on the play. It's called before the snap, so the play stops. It might have been false start. That is the call with 4:48 remaining in the half. And that is the call. So that's going to defeat that last play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. And defensively for the Hornets, that's definitely a break. And this will test them on 3rd down and long. And surprisingly enough, you can already hear this Hornets student section from the other side. Kavanaugh looking right, seam route off the mark intended for Logan Losey, and he had some separation. And I absolutely love that play call there by the Mustangs. Didn't work out there, but you have Logan Losey, really quick, smaller guy at 5'9", and he's being covered by an outside linebacker because of that cover 3 defense that the Hornets are running. And so he had maybe 5 or 6 yards of separation on that play. Kavanaugh just overestimated where he'd be. So 4th down and 8. Punt to come from Mac Himmer. End over end. And it will stop at the 43. And so we'll see a 1st down and 10 from your Hornets. And after that touchdown, your Hornets were worried about letting up a touchdown to the Mustangs, but all worries aside, they now have another offensive drive and plenty of time to work with to get this ball in the end zone once again. And Harden and Stacy, that connection been dominant. We saw Harden and Phillips connection last game go off, so love to see that from Stacy. He now has 2 touchdown receptions on the year. And off to Phillips. Brings it up the right side. Plowing through. Looks like he might have enough for a 1st down. And waiting a call. I believe the chains will move. So 1st down, Valley Center. That 1st down brought to you by Nick's Barbershop. So 4:26 remaining in the half. And Dominic Phillips was clearly tired of getting stopped behind the line there. Did the work himself, plowed through a couple defenders, and got himself a 1st down. So from the 45, your Hornets operate. 2 high safeties for the Mustangs. Double tight formation. Quick handoff again to Phillips. Slips through a gap. Has some room to work with. 2nd level, and he'll gain about 13 on that play. And just when the passing game starts to heat up, Phillips goes off here, and so now your Hornets have plenty of options to work with, inching near the end zone. 3:50 remains in this 1st half. Plenty of time to put in another score. We'll see what happens. 1st down and 10 from the 29, or 31, excuse me. Double tight formation. 1 high safety here. Quick handoff to Warner. Looked like an option. Maybe attempting a veer. Didn't work out there. Tackle behind the line. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 11. And the Hornets, they'll sub in, I believe that's Sam Bass on the left side. And another receiver, Hunter Stacy, on the left side as well. Harden getting a play call with that twins to the left side. You have to wonder how that affects coverage. Play action there, flag on the play, throwing right for Phillips, and incomplete on the right sideline there. perfectly placed throw. But Phillips trying to tiptoe in, and ball fell incomplete. I believe it's called on the Hornets, though, the flag. And awaiting official call.
Members of the state bowling team, please make your way to the north end zone.
Illegal motion on the offense is declined. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Not sure where that was. Maybe a shift before the play, but not certain about that one. We'll see Gabe Phillips go alone to the left. And key up on that matchup. Keep your eyes on that one. Twins to the right. And with that Twins, I think that's really just a draw action away from Phillips, because isolating him on a cornerback, that'll be interesting. I formation, looking left, go route for Phillips. Has it, it's caught, and I believe it is a touchdown, Valley Center. And that touchdown brought to you by 1-800-JUNK-PRO. And a simple go route on the left side, 6'3". Gabe Phillips manned up on a corner. I believe that was Mason Gary on the left side, and that is really tough matchup there for the Mustangs. A 5'11" corner guarding a tight end. Ideal matchup for the Hornets, and it worked out to perfection. 13-0 your score. Hunter Sharp to kick the PAT. And it is through. 2:38 shows in the half, and your Hornets have found success everywhere on this field. I don't know if you can see over there, but that Hornets student section is just electric tonight. They've traveled all the way from Valley Center, and they've been, to be quite honest, just as loud on the other side of the stadium as the Salina Central student section has been here tonight. And really, I am loving the play calls coming tonight here from Coach LeCure with those two corner routes on the first scoring drive, isolating Hunter Stacy, a guy who's found some success here and there through the season, and perfectly matched against the defense as well. He knew what was to come, so worked out on that first drive. And then, I mean, I think I said that all that needs to be said about that last play with Gabe Phillips, but wonderful play calling here. And surprisingly enough, I haven't seen any turnovers tonight from the Mustangs, yet your Hornets lead by 2 scores. Here's Hunter Sharp. High kick to the right side, and it's out of bounds. Flag on the play is kickoff out of bounds. So ball will be placed at the 35, and it'll be Hornet first down. 2:38, and you have to wonder, are they just trying to eat up the clock here, get some first downs and get some confidence, or are the Mustangs confident enough to drive down the field? And do not be surprised if they try and air it out here. They certainly have a long game of passing. They're talented enough to make a long drive like this. Trips to the left. One high safety, looks like cover 3. Quick flare route for Micah Moore. Follows his blockers well. He's tripped up, though, by Tate Shirley. And gain of 5 on that flare play for Micah Moore.
On the carry, number 33, Micah Moore. Tripped up by number 8, Tate Shirley.
Clock keeps ticking away. Not what the Mustangs wanted. Nonetheless, it's 2nd down and 5. They'll rush to the line. Trips to the right. Kavanaugh rolling out right. His lead blocker, Moore, firing over, and I believe it was a flag on the play on the left side, likely a hold. Keep in mind, with quarterbacks rolling out like that and being pressured, it's very often that offensive linemen hold because they just want to keep their guy from getting to the quarterback. That is the official call. 10 yards from the spot of the penalty. And so that 5-yard flare for Micah Moore taken away.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the flag. First down.
And so that will push them back to what I believe will be a 2nd down and 17. Rough place to be here with 2:07 remaining in the half. Kavanaugh out of the shotgun this time. Twins to both sides. Yet again, a cover 3 look. Kavanaugh drops back, looking right. Fires for a corner route there, and it's caught. Logan Losey there to make the stop. And yet again, trying that same thing they did last time when it fell incomplete, isolating a 5'9" slot receiver on an outside linebacker. That is an ideal matchup for the Mustangs. Use Losey's quickness, got the play done, big gain there. 1st down and 10. Trips to the left. And I believe we have a flag on the play. Excuse me, they did not. We have a timeout for player equipment. Not quite sure. Some clear confusion here. So Kavanaugh out of the shotgun. Trips to the left. Kavanaugh will drop back, looking right. And way off the marks there. Some clear miscommunication. David Brown was the intended receiver. Looked like he cut it north-south too early. So it falls incomplete. 1:36 remaining in the half. And do not doubt this Mustangs team ability to score. It's only 2nd down and 10, and they have some good field position here. And this Hornets defense, typically so far this season, has been a mainly cover 3. I have to wonder if they'll maybe switch to a cover 4 prevent. Trips to the left. Kavanaugh drops back, firing right side. And brought down there. That pass was caught by Hayden Vidrickson. Vidrickson with 83 yards, 2 touchdown receptions on the season. And he's the one to get the 1st down there. Rolling out left. Kavanaugh pressured by Kaufman and Hunt. Falls incomplete there, and just a quick throwaway. And Cade Wilson trying to pick it off. Falls incomplete first. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And coaches in the box fighting for a penalty there, as there was no one in the area. 1:14 remaining in the quarter. And your Hornets still stick with that one high safety look. Dropping back, Kavanaugh looking left. He'll fire to the left side. 1-on-1 and knocked away, incomplete. And a good play there by Hunter Sharp to knock it away from Logan Losey. And with that ball so high far in the air, I mean, it feels like that ball is moving in slow motion if you're on that field. And Hunter Sharp there had plenty of time to run over, make that stop, made a good play on the ball, and knocked it incomplete. So now 3rd down here for the Mustangs. And Hornets fans at home, make some noise in support for your Hornets defense. 3rd down and 10 here. And we'll have a timeout. Timeout Salina Central. And we'll see you back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
To Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And we're back here at Hornets Studios, starting to feel like we're at Valley Center District Stadium with how loud this Hornets student section is. Kavanaugh pressured, throw to the left side, falls incomplete on third down. With 1 minute and 1 second left. Right now it'd be a 37-yard field goal, or 47-yard field goal, I apologize. Which, to be quite frank, is a tough kick for an NFL kicker. Do not expect a field goal from this length. And Kavanaugh looks like he'll stay on the field. Smart decision here. The play call will be the tough one. Twins to the left. Yet again, cover 3 for your Hornets. Tight twins to the right as well. Kavanaugh looking left. Fires for Losi, off the mark, incomplete. And a turnover on downs. So with 55 seconds out comes your Hornets offense. And we'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute. And we're back here on first down. Just some quick runs to eat up the clock before the half. Dominic Phillips there, stopped after 2 yards. But a really solid first half for your Hornets team. 2 touchdowns through the air. And with the way that Dominic Phillips was starting to heat up before that first, or after that first score, I'd expect to see a little bit more out of him in that second half maybe. But overall, been a lot of success for this Hornets team. Yet again, I formation. And quick handoff to Phillips. Has some room to work with. 13 seconds remaining in the half. And thus far, the defense has done quite well along with the offense. They've been aggressive, set the tone, and definitely helped out this offense quite a bit. So the clock hits triple zeros in this first half. Your score, 14-0. Your Valley Center Hornets lead. I'm Caleb Rose, and we'll see you back here after halftime. Hi, folks, and welcome back here to Hornets Studios. One half of play gone, and 14-0 is your score. Your Hornets lead against the Salina Central Mustangs, and so far it's been a pretty good half. Early on, after the first quarter, we saw the score was 0-0, and both of the offense saw some success here and there, but for the most part, they were stagnant. And later in that second quarter, about midway through, we saw the Hornets go off and throw a pass to Hunter Stacy, got them in the red zone. Then they also hit Hunter Stacy on the same route, but to the other side that time, and it was complete for a Hornet touchdown. Later on, the Mustangs attempted driving down the field, failed to convert on fourth down, giving enough time for your Hornets to drive back down the field. Go route for Gabe Phillips, and he caught it. Touchdown, Valley Center. So that puts our score at 14-0, and I have loved everything I've seen from this Hornets team, especially this season. I mentioned this quite a bit in the first two games where they lost. The Hornets in the years past have been a team that would give up, but now they're showing a lot of mental toughness. They're not going to give up when the going gets tough, and they've attempted to make comebacks in both of their losses. And so, I mean, this is really a mentally tough team, and now they have some momentum. They have some stuff to be working with and some positive energy. So I think this Hornets team carry that through the half and get some momentum started here after the half, and you can be an even record team after this game. About 45 seconds away from kickoff, but overall it has been a solid game. Parker Kavanaugh, a guy who I mentioned, is really good through the air, has 7 interceptions, 5 touchdowns on the year, has yet to have a turnover whatsoever. This Mustangs team, who averages 3 turnovers a game, have yet to have a turnover, which is very surprising. I expected the Hornets to be able to force turnovers, even though they've only forced 2 on the season, but that was my deciding factor on this game, whether or not the Hornets were able to force turnovers. They have not, yet they have still succeeded, and that's the thing I love about this defense. It's not pretty, but the job's getting done. They're making stops. This team is still scoreless, so let's see if they can do that in the second half, and I'm absolutely loving the momentum from this Hornets team. 12 minutes show on the clock, and looks like we'll see Hunter Sharp to kick, or excuse me, it will be return for the Hornets as they deferred to start off the game. And then Micah Moore, guy I mentioned, 6 foot, 210-pound running back. He has not had the game of his life, has had 4 touchdowns between 3 games, and has not found much in this game. The Hornets have pretty much contained him, been very fundamentally sound tackling and bringing him down easily. And I also expected a lot to come from Kenyon McMillan, the change of pace back, and who's averaging 7.5 yards per carry, but nothing there either. So your Hornets have done an incredible job of keeping up the pace, being fundamentally sound on the defensive side and making some stops. You carry that in the second half and you'll find yourself a win here tonight. Himmer with a kick. Miscommunication there. Ben Warner falls on it. Right thing to do there. Just keep that possession. So out comes Caleb Harden and the offense. So we'll be first down from the 31-yard line. And now second half, new ball game. As you're told, both sides, the winning or losing side, 0-0 right now. You have to create stuff on your own through the half, and that's what needs to be done here to start off this drive if you're Valley Center. Harden under center. Slot back is Cameron Kaufman. Double tights formation as well. Quick sweep. Power play to Dominic Phillips. And he'll gain about 3 yards on that play. A solid gain there. And Phillips started to heat up there right before halftime. Didn't get many carries. We saw him with 24 when he was averaging 7.5 yards per carry. But right now, just not been the same. This has been a very aggressive defensive line, and the linebacking unit is renowned over the state of Kansas for their talent and playmaking ability, and it's been very apparent here tonight. Double fullbacks out of the shotgun. High snap, ball on the ground, and Harden falls on it. He'll keep possession at the 18. And a rough set of events there for your Hornets. They're pushed back quite a ways. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and seemingly a mile, 23 yards that is. And now you can expect something like a cover 4 prevent, because if you're the Hornets, you have to pass it now, being 3rd down. One receiver is Sharp, slot back, and a tight end. I formation, toss for Phillips, has the edge. And he's brought down. No, he's not. He keeps grinding on the sideline, about 5 yards short of that 1st down. And I think my call of have to pass it is clearly incorrect. Trusting Dominic Phillips was just about the right thing to do. And we have a flag on the play, I believe. It's on the sideline. I believe it was before the play. And we're still awaiting a call here. 10:32 remains in the 3rd. Block in the back is called. And it will be pushed back from the spot of the penalty. So it will be 4th down and 27. 3rd down, excuse me. Out of the shotgun here. Here comes Dominic Phillips looking over the right side, and he's brought down. On that tackle there was Brooke Richardson, the sophomore linebacker, and good play there to make the stop on 3rd down. Out comes Cade Wilson to punt. Just about 10 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Hornets' first drive not quite there after the half. Ben Warner, the long snapper here. And a spiraling punt from Wilson. Lands at the 48, bounces, and it looks like it'll be down at midfield. So out comes Kavanaugh and his offense for the first time this half. And we saw some really good play calling in that 1st half from the Mustangs. They just weren't able to convert. Kavanaugh clearly did not feel very comfortable in that pocket, and with his 7 interceptions he's thrown on the season, it's tough to feel comfortable in the pocket, or not feel comfortable in the pocket and make good plays. If the Hornets continue to pressure him, it'll be a fun night defensively, but quick motion there. Toss play around the right side. And sliding his way through, gain of about 6. That's Easy Jackson. I believe there's a flag on the play. And a holding is the call. Waiting for the placement. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And one thing I've failed to mention quite a bit is this Hornets student section. They certainly travel well. They have been electric tonight. We're on the other side of the stadium from them, and I can hear them like it's right in my ear. It has definitely been fun for this Hornets team to get some momentum in an away field. So the 10-yard penalty assessed. It will be 1st down and 19. Trips left. One high safety. Looking left is Kavanaugh. Jackson. And there's Jarrett Bergman there to drag him down. Gain of 2 on that play. And that was an incredible play by Jarrett Bergman there. Slips past the block. Single-handedly makes that play. And that was a really solid play there. 9:20 remains in this 3rd quarter. Kavanaugh and company come back for 2nd down and 16. Looking right, pressured, screen play for Easy Jackson. Has some room to work with. Stiff arms Peach. And he'll get back just to the chains. A lot of green to work with, but had to avoid some defenders and allowed some Hornet pursuit. 8:50 remains in the 3rd. And it's 3rd down and 10 here. Certainly 3rd down and manageable. So do not put this Mustangs offense out of it on 3rd and long. And heading onto the field now is Jackson Colzow. Out of the shotgun here, trips to the right. Cover 3 for your Hornets, looking right. Firing over the middle, post route, I believe it is caught, awaiting a call. And it is. And that is Jackson Colzow. An incredible play there. He was the middle receiver in that set. And as a safety, I mean, you're told to cover that, but you also have that middle zone there. And so just slip past that, let it develop, and found the gap in the zone. Good play by both Kozo and Kavanaugh. Quick flare play. And a go route there, looks short. And there it is. Right side, Logan Losey makes the touchdown catch. And yet again, I've mentioned it 3 times now. Losey, the slot receiver in that situation, and Jarrett Bergman on the defense there. I mean, that is a tough matchup for an outside linebacker to be covering. And really, I mean, there's not much you can do about that defensively. That is just wonderful play calling by the Mustangs. So on to kick here is Mac Himmer. And it's blocked. Play is stopped. So a touchdown, but a little positive there as your Hornets block it, only PAT. That's 14-6 your score. We'll see you back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
To Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
.757 shows on the clock in this 3rd quarter. And after a Mustang touchdown, blocked extra point, the Hornets' 2nd block kick of the season. But this game gets a little bit more interesting. High kick on the right side, returned by Cade Wilson. And he's brought down, return of about 13 there. And Wilson, the leading returner on kickoffs, averaging 20 yards per return. He is brought down, I believe at the 41. That is the placement now. 1st down and 10. And now Harden in the offense, facing a little bit of adversity. And they are up now, but they have to try and punch some more points in, help out the defense. And preferably after that scoring drive, a long drive would be perfect. Give the defense a solid rest. Double tights here, I formation. Hunter Stacy alone to the left. Quick sweep play for Dominic Phillips. Takes it north-south, bounces it outside, and brought down. Gain of 2 on that play. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And Mason Gary there to make the stop. 7:30 remaining in this quarter here. And the Hornets definitely much more passing oriented first half. Now they're trying to stick to this run game, be a little bit more patient here. And so far, I mean, hasn't found what they've wanted to, but that's the key to staying patient. Fumble on the play, ball out. And it is recovered by the Mustangs. Salina Central takes over. And talk about an interesting game. Now it certainly is one. 2 scores was the deficit at halftime, and now it's just 1 possession and momentum all in favor of Salina Central. 7:08 remaining in the third. Trips left side. Looks like man defense. Kavanaugh out of the shotgun. Flare play for Micah Moore. Takes it out the left side. Good downfield blocking. Plowing his way through. Gain of about 7 or 8 on that play. But a solid play by Micah Moore. And not the night he's been having. But here he goes. And with momentum, everything rolling for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 1. Looking left side, pump fake, go route for Easy Jackson. And falls incomplete, looked like a miscommunication there. And Caleb Peach on the left side, he was covering there. So 3rd down and 2. I would expect a run from dominant Micah Moore, especially in short yardage situations. Being a 210-pound back, it's very expected to hand off to him. Rather, they'll run to Kavanaugh. He's brought down. Cameron Kaufman there to make the stop. And so that'll bring up 4th down. And with field position, I say the obvious decision is to go for it. And it is clear for the Mustangs that that is where they'll stay. Trips to the right side. Kavanaugh, play action, looking left, screen play for Easy Jackson. Ripped down from behind, and he's brought down, has the 1st down and more. And the Mustangs continue stampeding 1st down. 5:55 remaining in the third. Trips to the right side. Kavanaugh and company quickly back to the line. Looks like cover 4 now. Looking over the middle, batted down by Hunter Sharp. Looked like he was trying to catch it there, but at least made the play of knocking the ball away. So 2nd down and 10 now. And yet again, we see another long attempt to Logan Losey. Guy to watch out for on the offensive side. Some confusion between play calling. Trips to the right side. Kavanaugh looking right. Firing for Losey. Batted away by Cade Wilson. And that is amazing play recognition by Cade Wilson. He was down covering number 6 Hayden Vidrickson on a hitch route. Recognized smash concept to the right side with a corner route from the inside receiver, hitch route from the outside receiver. Made the play himself and was able to get there, bat the pass away. And yet again, we see Logan Losey trying to isolate the outside backer there. Good play by Cade Wilson to make a stop. 5:35 remains here in this third quarter. 3rd down and 10. Trips to the right side. Rolling outright. Good lead blocking by Moore. Kavanaugh has time. I believe it is incomplete. And waiting a call. It is called a reception. Right side catch. And 1st down for the Mustangs. 5:28 remains here in this third quarter. Operating from the 15. They'll go more of a spread formation this time. Twins to both sides. Dropping back here, Kavanaugh looking left. It'll fire towards the corner of the end zone and falls incomplete. Flag flies. And I believe it was a passing interference there. The ball was intended for Easy Jackson. And Looked like he was pushed off the course of his route while running. He was headed for the corner of the end zone. .501 in the third, and a solid call there. Excuse me, holding is the call, not passing interference. Fortunately enough for the Hornets. First down and goal, though, from the 8. Twins both sides. Some debate on the sideline. Clock stopped at .501. Coach LeCure wants to talk it over. Rather, he will get no explanation. Mustangs head back to the line. It's some confusion. I believe it is with the sideline. I believe one of the coaches was too far on. First down from the 8. Motion. Jet sweep there. Off to the left side, evading a tackle. And running over another player, that's Hayden Vidrickson. 4:50 in the third. Not sure where it will be placed. Gain of 1 on that play. Second down and 8. .425 remains. Kavanaugh out of the shotgun. Twins to the right side, handoff. And off it goes to Kenyon McMillan, and a perfect time to use the change of pace back there. Seen a lot of Micah Moore, McMillan there to fill in the gap. 5 yards out on third down. Here's McMillan trying to punch it in, as the momentum does not do so for Hornets there to wrap him up. And this really shows your ability to play call here, or your tendencies more so. Do you go for it here? Personally, I'd go for it, but it all depends on the coach. There is no right or wrong decision here. And if the Mustangs are able to punch it in, obviously go for the 2-point try and tie, but I think either way there's a plus, because might try and hit that field goal as well. Out of the shotgun is Kavanaugh. Play action, looking right. Fires to the left, touchdown, Mustangs. Wide open was Hayden Vidrickson, and just slipped off from the tight end position and left open there. 3:21 remains in this third, and 14-12 your score. I assume we'll see the Mustangs go for 2. And Kavanaugh and company will stay out there. And with momentum, it's actually quite less of an influential play than it seems, but trying to tie it here. And the Mustangs clearly have the momentum in their favor. Tight trips to the right, one receiver left. Kavanaugh looking right. He's pressured, fires off to the left, and knocked away. Logan Losey trying to catch it. It's off the mark, incomplete. So 14-12 your score. 3:21 remains in the third, and we'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
Parents' biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 3:21 remains. Here's Mac Himmer to kick off. Over to the left side, and it'll roll out of bounds. Flag on the play is called. It's kickoff out of bounds. So after a Mustang touchdown, your Hornets offense will head out starting with a 1st down and 10 from the 35. And so Caleb Harden and his offense has a lot of work to do here. Not only do they have to try and punch it in for a score before this Mustangs team gets the ball back, but also you have to completely flip momentum on this one drive. It's going to be tough to do, but considering what they've done in the past, I think they're up for the task. Twins to the left, tight end right. I formation handoff to Warner. Warner is pushed back, gain of a yard or two on that one.
34, Benjamin Warner on the carry.
And so 2nd down and 8. And Twins to the left once again. I would not be surprised to see them go back to what worked in the first half, and that is trying to pass it down the field. False start on the left side. And it will be thrown back. 5-yard walk-off from the spot of the ball. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 now for your Hornets. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remain in the 3rd. Your Hornets still hang on to a 2-point lead. Twins to the left once again. Fake sweep play. Harden rolling out left. Fires for Sam Bass. Does he have it? And it's called incomplete on the sideline. So 3rd down here. And there was a flag on the sideline. Waiting an official call from the ref. And the call is ineligible receiver downfield. And by rule, an offensive lineman cannot be 5 yards downfield. So out comes Cameron Kaufman. 2:30 remains in this 3rd quarter. Hunter Sharp also checks in at the last second. Twins to the right. Dominic Phillips out wide. Watch for that. Flag on the play. Firing over the middle for Sharp. He has it. It would be enough for a 1st down, but keep in mind there is a flag on the play, and it was before the snap. Waiting a call here. False start is the call. 2:24 in the 3rd, and the Hornets cannot catch a break here on the offensive side. Excuse me, illegal formation is the call. And with the miscommunication, I believe that's what it was. Player ran onto the field at the last second, and I believe that is what caused the illegal formation. So it is 3rd down and 17. Twins to the right, I formation. Play action there, looking for Kaufman. Throw off the mark. And so with 2:10 remaining, it'll be 4th down and long. So out comes Cade Wilson and the punt team. And keep in mind, he can run it on 4th down. We've seen it in this game as well. Done it twice this season, was able to pick up a first, but if the defense does end up coming out here, which likely, then it will be a tough job. Spiraling punt. Bounces down at, rolls to the 45, now the 42. So out comes Kavanaugh and the offense. .159 in the third. And this Hornets defense begging for a break. They'll jog out onto the field once again. And this is a big job here for this defense. This could very well decide the game right here on this drive. We've seen a really good second half here from the Mustangs. Looking right for Micah Moore, cuts it up. And he'll be brought down, not before a gain of 8 though. Weston Jennings and Cade Wilson there to bring him down. And they have continued to dominate. Micah Moore did not have the first half he wanted, but there he is. 2nd down and 2. 1:30 shows on the clock. Handoff there to McMillan. Has some room to run. Runs over a defender and has the first down and quite a bit more. Chains move. Mustangs continue stampeding along. First down from the 39. .110 shows on the clock right now. Twins to the left, one high safety is Sharp. Play action there, Kavanaugh looking left, firing for the corner, Losi. It's off the mark, incomplete. 54 seconds remain, and yet again, Losi been the main focal point here. Expected to see a lot of Easy Jackson, who's had 20 receptions on the year, but Losi being 5'9" and being quite quick on the offensive side of the football. It's been interesting to see his route combinations. Twins to the left. One receiver right. Split shotgun here. Fake or handoff there. Micah Moore running through some defenders. And not only did he run through players on that play, he was showing off his shiftiness. The 210-pound back absolutely dominating. And with his mobility on that play, you'd think he's a 5'6" elusive back. And off to McMillan this time. Shimming his way through the line, nothing there. Gains about a yard on that play. 25 seconds remain in the quarter. And middle linebacker Jack McDonald there to make the stop. Saw his first game against Goddard. And since then been a rock in the middle of that defense. Surprisingly, though, we have not seen much of Cameron Boyer. Out of the shotgun. Rolling out to the right. And he's pressured, ball thrown away. Brought down by Jesse Johnson. And I apologize mentioning Cameron Boyer. Remember, he was injured this game, but Jesse Johnson there putting the pressure on, making the stop. And after the quarter, we will see the Mustangs ball on 3rd down. I'm Caleb Rose, and we'll see you back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
Parents' biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience.
And professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 12 minutes show on the clock in this contest. Defense with a monstrous task ahead of them, stopping the stampeding Mustangs offense. Something has to be done about it late here in this game. 14-12 your score. First half dominated by your Hornets, and the story is flipped in the second half. Twins both sides. Kavanaugh looking right. He's pressured. Firing over the middle there and falls incomplete. Tate Shirley with a delayed blitz there and was able to find his way to Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh remained calm, looking for Easy Jackson and falls incomplete. 11:54 shows in this contest. And fourth down. Fourth down and 8. And perfect time to go for it. You complete this here, and you are rolling along. You have every bit of momentum. And we'll see a timeout Mustangs. So Salina Central likes to take a timeout. Good decision here. And the question here is, what do they call? I mean, obviously a pass. I heard in the coach's booth they were mentioning that outside linebacker Jarrett Bergman manned up on Logan Losey. So that's something to watch out for on that play. Fortunately enough for the Hornets, they have time to adjust to it as well. But there are a lot of options here, and I say the option, at least try to attempt a long shot. Maybe try and go to the end zone. And real quick, while I have the chance, I'd like to thank my film crew, Dominic Santiago and Aiden Smith. Aiden Smith on the camera, and then Dominic, our graphics guy. And they've been with me every step of the way, so could not have done it without them. 11:54 on the clock. And this Hornets defense prepared. Looking to continue that cover 3. Or maybe a man this time, not sure. And I mentioned right after the timeout that Logan Losey was on the right side, manned up on Jared Bergman. Now he's on the left side, so he'll be manned up on Cameron Kaufman. Twins to both sides. Kavanaugh drops back, looking right, firing, and falls incomplete on fourth down. Defensive stop there, and your Hornets have done it. That was Jarrett Bergman on the coverage and made a play. 11:49, and your Hornets take over. So out comes Harden in the offense. And after that defensive stop, you were expecting to see a long touchdown there from the Mustangs with the way that they were rolling on the field. But now you have a sense of relief. You're still up. You still have that lead. And because of that, I mean, you have a lot of reason to drive down here and try and punch it in for another score. I formation. Here's Dominic Phillips. He's dragged down after a gain of 2 or 3. Excuse me, gain of 3 there. Second down and 7. And now you have plenty of time. I say run it down the field slowly but surely, try and get a end zone shot. And don't put the ball through the air. That endangers it. And last thing you want right now, being up by 2, is a turnover. Power I to the left. Time snap count, handoff to Phillips. Has some room to work with. Continues running, 25-yard gain there from Dominic Phillips. And that was an absolutely wonderful play call. 2 linebackers trying to time the snap count on the right side, or the left side of the offensive line. And that collapsed on the left side, allowing the right side of the offensive line get some penetration downfield, lead blocking for him, and wonderful play there. So first down and 10. And that first down brought to you by Chaos Apparel. I formation here. Tight end to the left is Gabe Phillips. Play action. Harden with plenty of room to work with. Throw on to Phillips. He's dragged down. Gain of about 7 on that play. And that play right there is something that I would have expected to see a little bit more there. Offenses continue to be successful, but late here when you need some gains, perfect time to pull this out. That is the same play they got 3 passing touchdowns on last time. A quick play action, then you have Gabe Phillips running that in route from the tight end position. And yet again, I mentioned it all last week, but Harden does a perfect job of executing this, letting him develop, letting that route develop, getting across the field and finding him when there is no coverage. 9:55 shows. And off to Phillips, bounces it out right. Dominic Phillips pushed back. With forward progress, he might have enough for a first, but good play there. And it looks like it is just an inch short of the chains. Would not be surprised to see a measure. Excuse me, it is a yard short now. 3rd down and 1. And now's the perfect time to hand it off to Ben Warner. This time it's to Phillips out to the right side. Looks like he has enough, and he will. First down, Hornets. Excuse me, it is not enough. Appeared to have yardage for that, but it is maybe a playing card short. And LeCure is calling for a measure. Quarterback sneak from Harden has plenty for a first down. Coaches were not happy about that one. And so it's questionable call. And it is a first down. That first down brought to you by Luminous Neon Art and Sign Systems. 8 minutes, 5 seconds, and your Hornets are certainly doing what I anticipated at the beginning of the drive, running it, trying to eat off this clock, and trying to punch it in. Here comes Dominic Phillips on the right side, breaking away. And never count Dominic Phillips out. He continues grinding, and that was maybe 2 or 3 inches of space, and he made a long run out of it. First down, Valley Center, and that one brought to you by Alloy Architecture. So first down and 10 here. And the Hornets, since the beginning of this drive, were able to eat off about 4 minutes thus far. Sweep play to Phillips. Good lead blocking from Warner. Sideline just too close for that sweep play, though. 2 yards was the gain. Second down and 8. And Dominic Phillips, really, I mean, he is playing like he's experienced after last week being his first start. I mean, it's been incredible to see his absolute dominance thus far. And expect him to be a long-term running back for this team. 2nd down and 8. I formation, Gabe Phillips to the left. Hand off to Warner, slips past a defender and plows over 7 others. Talk about truck. I think the whole defense was there for the Mustang. And just an incredible play. Oh, it is a fumble. I apologize. Fumble on the play. And I believe it is recovered by the Mustangs. And counteracting flags there. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 15. 6:40 remains in this 4th. And this could definitely be a close one. Trips to the right. And off there to Micah Moore. Plowing his way for Moore. And gains 5 there. An unfortunate set of events there for the Hornets. 2nd down and 5 now for the Mustangs. And now I think the goal is very similar to the Hornets' goal on that drive. Eat up the clock and get a touchdown here. Or even a field goal would work, giving them the lead. Over to the right side. Trying to field it like a grounder, make it look complete, but hit the ground first, falls incomplete. Third down and 5. Kavanaugh out of the shotgun. Would not be surprised to see maybe a quick slant or a flare play to Micah Moore. Moore slides over to the left, trips to the right this time. Dropping back, Kavanaugh looking right, firing for Losey, has the catch. And he's brought down, but not before a big man type catch from 5'9" Logan Losey. And I mentioned he would be the focal point tonight, and he certainly has been. Had the touchdown grab earlier and continues showing off his true talent here. Trips to the right after a 1st down. Kavanaugh, backside screen. And tripped up there is Easy Jackson. And that was a good job by the defensive line, even though they did not have to make a tackle. Got penetration on the offensive line and then slid down that line, trying to make a play where the ball was. And they made it. They did a good job to stop the last screen that the Mustangs run, yet again showing off they are fundamentally sound on the defensive side. Loss of 2 after Jackson tripping up. It's 2nd down and 12. Trips to the right. Kavanaugh rolling out to the right. He'll fire deep. And off the mark, intended for Vidrickson. And that rollout, I mean, that is perfect situation to throw a little flat route. That was wide open for Logan Losey, but he instead tries to air it deep and falls incomplete. 3rd down and 12. Very influential play. I mean, pretty obviously you're going to go for it on 4th down, but this could be huge. Twins both sides. Dropping back. Kavanaugh firing left. And it's batted away. Incomplete, and your Hornets make a stop. You have to wonder, with 5 minutes left, do you trust your defense, or are you gutsy enough to go for it? And they will trust the defense. Clock stopped at 5:01. And in my opinion, the right call there for the Mustangs. But now, the Hornets are able to recover it. And they have a huge task of them. Same intention as last drive, just eat up the clock, try and score. Even a field goal would work. And a ball settles down at the 32-yard line. So out comes Caleb Harden in the offense. And the goal this time, protect the football, eat up the clock, and get some first downs. And if you're able to do that, you can finish this game with an even record. And if you're the Mustangs, you're down by 2. You have a fire in your heart, and you're going to play with passion and aggression. So try and rip that ball out of the ball carrier's arms. So you have to be extra protective of it, especially in a situation like this. Power I formation to the left. And off to Phillips. Off to the right he goes, has some room to work with. Nothing there, gain of about 2. Flag on the play. And it is called on the Hornets. We'll await a call from the referees. They'll discuss it. 4:44 remains in this contest. And this could get close.
After the play, there are 2 fouls. Personal foul, defense.
First,
Personal foul, offense. The foul will be off.
so offsetting penalties there. And personal foul on the defense along with an offensive personal foul. So it will offset 2nd down and 7. Clock continues running at 4:37. Tight ends both sides, I formation. Harden taking his happy time, not going to snap the ball until about 1 second left on the play clock. There's 5 right now. Hand off to the right side. Phillips fumbles around with it, but still maintains possession. He's brought down there. Flag on the play again. And these refs have been happy to call flags, especially later here in the game. It looks to be in favor of the Hornets. Face mask is called. It is a 15-yard walk-off for your Hornets. And that first down brought to you by Johnson Gauge and Inspection. 4:16 remaining in this contest, and the Hornets are moving. Now every play needs to be run down to about 1 or 2 seconds left on that play clock. You need to take your sweet time, run the football, protect it with your life. And that's how you can get out of this game with a victory. And off there to Dominic Phillips. Gains 5, plowing for more. Inching towards the chains does not appear to be enough, but picks up a gain of 9. Second down and 1 now. And Sharp, the lone receiver. .320, and this game is looking way more favorable for your Hornets. 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap at 4. Here's Phillips, has room to work with, gets second level, and he'll grab a first down and more. Dominic Phillips yet again showing why he's starting this week. And that first down brought to you by Hellas. 3 minutes remain. And I can hear in the coach's room, take care of the ball. That is the key here right now. Hold on to the football, protect it with your life. Because with 3 minutes here, things could go south if there is a turnover. Tight end to the left, power I formation, receiver to either side. Harden, handoff to Phillips, trying to take it outside. He'll be brought down. Trying to gain about 1 there. 2:30. And it will be a timeout Salina Central. So we'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 2:31 remains in this contest, and an influential 2:31. I formation, double tights here. 2nd down and 9. And off to Warner. He'll plow through again. Chains move about 2 yards, and we'll see another timeout here, Salina Central. With 2:26, they'll try and talk it over. It's gonna be 3rd down and 7 when they come back onto the field. And your Hornets Salina Central's next matchup will be against Arc City. And your Hornets' next matchup is against Andover Central, and I'm very interested to see that one. Your Hornets last year were up by a huge margin against Andover Central, and they were able to make a comeback. So I think there's going to be some bad blood in next week's game for both of these teams. Arc City has been a solid opponent in the past against Salina Central, so that'll be a matchup to look forward to, along with your Hornets, which will be live here on Hornet Studios. It will be at Valley Center District Stadium, and they're a talented, passing-oriented offense. So I'm certainly excited for that one, and there is good reason for you to be as well. 2:26 remains in this 4th. I formation here. Power I formation here. One tight end to the right, 3rd down and 6. And off to Phillips. And he's brought down. That'll bring up 4th down. So the question here is, do you eat up the clock or do you try and go for a field goal? Because with a field goal, you'd get it out of range for the Mustangs to try and kick a field goal and take the lead by 1. And the offense will stay out there. And really, there's no right or wrong here. It's all coach opinion. And they'll call a timeout with 1 second remaining on the play clock. 1:40 here in this 4th quarter. When we come back, we'll see what your Hornets can do. See you guys in a minute.
To Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And we're back here at Hornet Studios. 1:40 remains in this 4th quarter. Offense heads back out onto the field for 4th down and 6. Power I to the right. Play action. Harden will roll out. Passing to Gabe Phillips. Does he have the marker? He's plowing through defenders. Believe he has enough. And it is enough for the chains to move. First down, Valley Center. And that first down brought to you by Don Hatton Chevrolet. They will measure it now. And questionable calls have to be measured just to double check. And it is enough for a Hornet first down. With 1:33, your Hornets in good position to finalize this game. And clearly my call to kick a field goal was the incorrect one. Worked out there. So 1:33 here. I formation for your Hornets. First down and 10. And taking their time. They'll await the play clock. And looks like a quarterback kneel. And we'll have a timeout, Valley Center. Looks like they'll talk it over. I heard some coaches talking about victory formation. And with a first down, I mean, it clearly makes sense. And you have a minute 9 with no timeouts from the Mustangs. So you can eat this clock up and take away this game. And as I mentioned, Arc City next week against your Hornets. And looks like thus far, I mean, considering everything goes well in victory formation, your Hornets will move to 2-2. And 14-12 looks like mostly to be your final. And we've seen really good games from Harden throwing 2 touchdowns. Dominic Phillips been dominant on the ground. Then Hunter Stacy and Gabe Phillips had receiving touchdowns in the first half. Victory formation here. Snap goes well. Ball is down. So 1:05 remains in this contest, and thus far it's really been an incredible game for this Hornets team. I mean, they have shown a lot of improvement through the course of this season, and the first 2 games that they lost, they showed a lot of fight in their spirit, and it was so much fun to watch. Even though they ended up losing, this is a much mentally stronger Hornets team. And they were able to fight through this, and Mustangs, not going to lie, I was pretty worried about the Mustangs making a comeback, but they fought through. They were mentally tough. So that looks like it'll be the final play. Your Hornets taking home a 14-12 victory, and they'll move to 2-2 on the season. They'll go back home next week to play Andover Central. Then this Salina Central team moves to 0-4, and they will go on to play Arc City. And real quick, clock hits 000s, 14-12 your final. I'd like to thank my crew up here in the booth, Aiden Smith and Dominic Santiago. And it's been a really solid game. Couldn't have done it without you guys. I'm Caleb Rose, and have a great night.